Here he is.
1,000 apologies. Hate it when people are tardy. It's good to meet you boys. Thanks for coming out. You didn't masturbate before you got here, did you?
You what?
I told you I don't want to work with anybody who's carrying a loaded weapon.
Fuck the small talk. Let's buy some guns, eh?
Thank you for joining us for another Movie Lingo. I'm Eddie Lingo. Normally we would get to you with a full discussion, but unfortunately we've been unable to do that, so you're stuck with me for now. Alright, going to give you a few reviews, starting with some that we've missed. We're going to basically play catch up with you guys right now. Let's talk about today Free Fire with Brie Larson and Armie Hammer. Okay, if you haven't seen this movie, don't worry, I'm not going to really be able to give any spoilers because the story is just as straightforward as it could be. The synopsis pretty much tells it all. So if you haven't seen this yet and you're not sure if you want to check it out, stay tuned. I'm going to give you my opinion right now. Basically, the synopsis of the story is it's set in Boston in 1978. Two groups of people, which looks like what's supposed to be an arms deal, meet in a deserted warehouse. And from the moment you can tell, you can sense that something's going to go wrong, and it definitely does. And the basically becomes like almost with no story really needed, just becomes a survival situation. It becomes a standoff. Every person for themselves. There is a little story within that when things go bad and everybody starts shooting, and you start realizing that there's people that have set up for double cross, and then there ends up being a third party entering the gunfight, which came out of schedule, and it's just a lot of chaos, a lot of shooting. And to see who can survive, who's going to get away with the money, who's going to get away with the guns, and who's just going to get away, period. For me, this movie, because it didn't really market itself as anything else, I was very satisfied. I wasn't expecting anything more. It gave me exactly what I was hoping for. It was an action movie. It was an excuse for action. I do have to say, though, I have a weakness for movies that give us everything in one location and still make it interesting. I prefer more when the story makes it more interesting, but still, as a writer and indie filmmaker, I love to get the most out of one location, and I think that's exactly what this did here, because it only took place pretty much at this deserted warehouse, arriving at the warehouse, and then the chaos ensues like almost immediately. It was a little ridiculous at some points, but I mean that's what you want in this. Like you can't just watch people duck and shoot all day long. You have to add crazy moments to it, and so I liked it. And I think that anybody who's into movies like this should definitely give it a shot. I would give it, if I had to rate it, I would give it a 6 out of 10. Movie Lingo rating. I don't take the 6 as meaning it's bad. It's just there was no. I can't give it a 7 compared to some of the movies that were actually very good in the past that had detailed story. It wouldn't be fair to those other movies. I mean, I could give this a higher rating if I only rated it against other movies like it. But just to be fair, in movie rating in general, I think it just gets a 6. It's just good enough to watch. And I think anybody who does watch it will enjoy it. You're not going to get anything epic out of it. The story's not going to move you. The ending's not going to move you. But you're going to get what you paid for, if you paid for it. Yeah. So, again, that was Free Fire, which you should be able to find now because it's been released since April. So like I said, I'm playing catch up. So you should be able to find it online. You should be able to find it Redbox maybe or soon. And if you haven't watched it yet, give it a try. If you have watched it yet, let me know in the comments what your opinions are. Let me know if you feel like it served its purpose or if it fell short. And that's all I got for you when it comes to this one. Again, that's Free Fire with Armie Hammer, Brie Larson. Now, it's a Movie Lingo discussion, which is not really a discussion. It's just me and my opinion. But I hope to see you on the next one.
You've got 2 choices. 1, you distract him and I leave.
What?
Or 2, you kill all of these motherfuckers and I leave.
The fuck?